There are days when the outer world feels loud and chaotic. Headlines, worries, the sense that somehow we should share in the collective anxiety in order to be caring. Have you ever felt that pull? That quiet pressure that if you're not worried enough, you're not loving and spiritual enough. Seth speaks directly to this impulse with his signature clarity and compassion. And what he offers is both radical and deeply practical. You live in a safe universe, not a universe that might become safe if conditions improve, but one that is already safe. And the most powerful way you can help others is not by jumping into the chaos with them, but by perfecting the craft of your own beliefs so thoroughly that they can see how to climb aboard. Welcome to today's episode of the Seth Center podcast. I'm your host, David C. Lack, CEO of the Seth Center, and it is such a joy to be with you again. Seth returns again and again to this simple, radical statement: you live in a safe universe. Not someday, not when the news is better, or your bank account is fuller, or the world finally settles down. Now, already. If you are willing to claim it fully. To illustrate, he offers the image of the ocean. The sea can seem dangerous if you are swimming in the middle of it without a boat. Yet if you are aboard a fine liner, steady, equipped, and safely underway, that same ocean becomes an adventure. You can watch the shifting moods of sea and sky, travel from shore to shore, and learn from every wave, all while remaining securely ensconced on deck. The impulse to help others by leaping overboard to share their danger does not actually help them. It only leaves the craft unmanned and you in danger. The real assistance, Seth says, is to keep perfecting the vessel of your own beliefs so thoroughly that others can see how to climb aboard. Here is the heart of the material, spoken in a private session in 1976. The way to help them, however, is to perfect your own craft, your beliefs, so that others can use them also. Sit with that for a moment. The way to help them is to perfect your own craft, your beliefs, so that others can use them also. This is not indifference. This is not selfishness. This is the most generous, generative act available to you. 3 years later, in The Individual and the Nature of Mass Events, Seth expands the same idea with even broader strokes. Each person alive helps paint the living picture of civilization as it exists at any given time, in your terms. Be your own best artist. Your thoughts, feelings, and expectations are like the living brush strokes with which you paint your corner of life's landscape. If you do your best in your own life, then you are indeed helping to improve the quality of all life. That is from The Individual and the Nature of Mass Events, Part 4, Chapter 10, Session 873, August 15th, 1979. Your thoughts, feelings, and expectations are living brushstrokes. When you paint your corner of the landscape with clarity, safety, and trust, the entire living picture of civilization is improved. Not through force, not through sacrifice. Through the integrity of your own craft, your safety is not selfish, your clarity is not indifference. When you refuse to abandon the fine liner of a safe universe simply because others are still in the water, you become living evidence that another way is possible. People notice. They begin looking for the reasons. And in that noticing, they take the first step toward boarding. So how do we live this? Here is a suggested integration practice we call perfecting the craft. This week, choose one area of your life where you still glance overboard more often than you would like. Health, money, relationships, the state of the world. Here is the practice, step by step. Sit quietly and acknowledge the craft you are already on. Feel the solid deck beneath you, the fact that right now you are safe enough to hear these words. Write one clear, present tense belief that describes the craft as you want it to be. Keep it simple. Example, I live in a safe universe and my well-being contributes to the well-being of others. For the next 7 days, each time the old habit of looking overboard arises, intentionally return to the new belief. Do not argue with the waves, simply place your attention back on the deck. Notice any moments when someone around you seems to relax a little in your presence or asks a question about how you stay so steady. Those moments are the living proof that your perfected craft is already being used by others. You do not have to jump into the ocean to prove it is dangerous. You only have to keep sailing well enough that others can see the ship is real and join you. I invite you to try this for the next 7 days. Notice what shifts, not only in you, but in the field around you. Before we close, I want to share a few resources that can support you in living this material more deeply. First, the Seth Original Audio subscription. You receive one newly remastered original class session each month, along with updated transcripts for deeper study and a curated path through the entire collection. New audio is released on the first Wednesday of every month. This is the clearest, most affordable way to experience the Seth Original Audios month by month, session by session. Whether you're new to the material or a longtime student, this is a beautiful way to hear Jane channeling Seth in the original classroom setting. You can start your subscription and receive instant access to the current session at sethcenter.com. Next, Seth says. Let the daily Seth Says quote become your cherished morning ritual, a moment of clarity and empowerment before the day begins. You can opt in for free daily quotes delivered to you each morning. The link is in the show's description notes. And if you're looking for an ongoing community, I warmly invite you to join the Seth Explorers Society. It's a community of curious adventurers learning to apply the Seth materials in our lives through online classes, events, and community activities. Members enjoy a rich range of Seth-related content and experiences offered by a team of dedicated teachers, and most of all, a supportive community of like-minded explorers. You can join at sethcenter.com. You can also stay connected with us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Seth Center, where we share insights, exercises, and community updates. As we close today, I want to leave you with this. You do not have to abandon your own safety in order to care. In fact, the more fully you inhabit the safe universe, the more clearly others can see that such a place exists. Your steady presence becomes an invitation. Your refined beliefs become a craft others can board. Perfect your own craft this week. Feel the deck beneath your feet. Return to the belief that you live in a safe universe and that your well-being contributes to the well-being of others. And when someone around you softens or asks how you stay so steady, smile. That's the living proof. Thank you for listening. I'm David Selak, and this has been the Seth Center Podcast. Until next time, keep sailing well. The ship is real and others are watching.